Welcome to NBA Today, presented by Häagen-Dazs.
It's all about business. Haircut, tightened up, ready to roll for Game 6.
That's just what Vic do. I think that's the type of guy he is. You know, man of his word. So when he came in, kind of came with the outfit, I think everyone knew what was going to happen.
Wemby going to look from deep. Didn't get one in Game 5. Hits his first.
This game we just played, that's definitely the biggest game of my life. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm good. I'm ready to go. Biggest game of my career. Yeah.
Is it the biggest game?
It's the next game, and if I lose, my season's over.
Spurs have pulled it off, and there will be a 7th game.
NBA fans, they're feeling like Dylan Harper, right? Your prayers have been answered. We are getting a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals, and in this series, that feels exactly like what we deserved. Alongside Shanae Ogwumike, Danny Green, who has played in how many Game 7s?
A couple.
Four Game 7s for
couple
DG. I'm Malika Andrews, and I think all of us were hoping, right, since we saw that Game 1 nail-biter, that this was going to be a series that went the distance. Danny, you've played in them. What makes Game 7 different?
Man, I mean, we've been waiting for this, right?
Yes.
I like to compare it to the Super Bowl and football. People love football so much because of how every possession matters so much. Obviously, the playoffs is heightened, and every possession matters. But in Game 7, it's intense. Like, people get into it, like, every timeout, every dive, every loose ball, every executed play or non-executed play, somebody's getting cussed out, might get heated. So these Game 7s going to be very intense, and I think we're going to get a good one because this is what we've all been waiting for.
Exactly. This is what Eminem was talking about when he said you get one shot and one opportunity. But before we look too far ahead, clearly we're excited. Let's look at how we got here because the Spurs were facing a must.
We knew it then.
You knew the
Air
Monk walked in. Yes, it was for a holiday, but he was going to bring the energy here. OKC, though, they haven't performed well today. We talked about this yesterday in Game 6s. Their last 3 consecutive Game 6s, they lost. So they were hoping to turn things around. They had Jalen Williams back in the lineup. Not so fast.
Yeah, not so fast because Victor Wembanyama came with this shot. He was literally on fire, and this was the play right here. Just stepping into shots, knocking them down. I love how he wanted the smoke. The Hartenstein matchup was huge in Game 6.
Flamethrower.
Especially now that he got the advantage on this side.
Yeah, Victor Wembanyama started out the game 2 of 2 from 3, and that really got him early. Can I hear an amen?
Amen.
Sisters out there. And then Wemby goes to the bench. Mitch Johnson, he spoke about the Spurs struggling without Wemby.
Obviously, you know, we're better with him on the floor, and we got to be better when he's not on the floor.
And be better, Danny, they were.
Yes, they were. Getting to the paint, not only him, but them. They were attacking, aggressive. They weren't on their heels. They looked like the aggressor this game. Dylan Harper showed up. Like, everybody showed up. Vassell, I love what they did today.
Yeah, they went on an 11-0 run with Wemby on the bench here. Castle was really finding himself. Let's take a listen to Steph Castle on overcoming Wemby's bench minutes.
We know that, you know, when Vic comes off the floor that there was a slight drop-off. So, I mean, just continuing to communicate to each other and make it as tough for them as possible.
So Wemby showing his love there to Luke Cornett, that French vanilla, as they call it. How do you stop this? There's no answer for that.
Was that where his elbow was above? Yeah, above the rim.
The Spurs dominated in this one, and Wemby was asked how desperation changes a series. Here he is.
Feels like it erases kind of all the little mistakes that we do that are human nature, whether it's in the regular season or previous games. We just got to fight that all the time. And when your back's against the wall, it feels like it's the best opportunity to do that.
Does it feel like you're very much in the midst of that first year in the NBA?
No, to be honest. I mean, it's a long season. This game 100 count preseason for us, so it feels like I've kind of been in the league for a little while now. But there's still little things that I need to pick up and grasp on. But for the most part, nah, I feel like I belong.
Tonight was do or die, and I think a lot of fans are going to be happy. They say it's the best line in sports, I believe. So we'll be prepared, and I would expect to get their best punch. We're going to go in with our eyes wide open and expecting nothing less.
And that's exactly what they should be doing. But, Danny, we saw a different San Antonio Spurs team here in this Game 6.
Yeah, it was a party. And they're throwing haymakers, but give credit to OKC. They still kind of stayed within the game. But for me, Victor was Victor. He came out, he set the tone. But the others started joining the party. Vassell, you know, Champagny, Keldon Johnson, like Dylan Harper came off the bench and scored. As you hear, he's also making plays. We haven't seen much of Dylan this aggressive since game one. He had that adductor strain, but he's attacking the paint. You got good ball movement, swing. Vassell, this is kind of what got him going. Getting this one, seeing this first one go in, a lot of space, nobody near him. Alex Caruso's trying to close out, knock it down, throw your threes up. And here on the defense end of the floor, this is where he kind of set the tone for me. Like, he was a difference maker of getting in the paint, blocking shots, even in transition, stopping transition, giving Chad a little shoulder bump, like, hey, I'm here. Let the fans know, let his teammates know that we're not backing down, we're ready to play. Again, also, ball movement here, attacking the paint. Dylan Harper again to his body, knowing he's good at, using the shoulder, using that big body, shooting over the top. He's kind of got a little Brunson in him. These two guys kind of set the tone and also carried them throughout most of the second half of the game, and that was a difference. Like, the bench of OKC has outscored San Antonio's bench by a lot of points.
Right.
Those guys showing up helped them a huge amount in that game.
Yeah, this is a heavyweight battle. And SGA has said it. After they lose the Oklahoma City Thunder, it's because the San Antonio Spurs, they throw that first punch.
Yeah.
And it is truly a haymaker. And Victor Wembanyama, and you had a perfect line during our highlight. Not only him, it was not only him, but them. It was a collective in which they played with aggression. But this actually works to their advantage because going into Game 7, you have a Victor Wembanyama who scored 28 points in 28 minutes.
Yeah.
The best thing you can have in a series of this epic
time.
proportion is active recovery.
Yeah.
He was on the bench in the fourth quarter, so that actually works to their advantage. But my biggest takeaway here is that this group is fearless.
Right.
All the things that we were saying about the Oklahoma City Thunder last year, they run, they go by their defense. They have a superstar. They're the collective. You can say the same exact thing about the San Antonio Spurs.
Right, they're looking in a little mirror.
Life comes at you fast.
Exactly. And to your point about Dylan Harper, I mean, he had 18 points combined in games 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he had 18 points last night. So maybe it's that he feels a little bit healthier. Maybe it's that he's found his rhythm again. But that is the version of Dylan Harper that they're going to need going back into enemy territory. We showed you in the highlight. I don't know why. Game 6s, for whatever reason, they just have not been Oklahoma City's cup of tea, even going back to last year's title run. So let's take a listen to SGA. This is what he said after the loss.
They just punched, and we didn't punch back. They were the aggressors tonight, from start to finish. They played harder than us, made more shots, were more aggressive.
How much mental and physical fatigue do you have, and how are you fighting through it?
Oh, I'm good. I'm ready to go. Biggest game of my career. Yep.
Is it the biggest game?
It's the next game, and if I lose, my season's over.
It's the next game. It's the only game. The Oklahoma City Thunder have been the #1 seed in the West for 3 straight years. No one has had an answer for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander until this series. And let's break it down, the defensive effort of the San Antonio Spurs. And it all comes down to this guy. One name, Stephon Castle. He is doing the Lord's work, holding SGA to 1 of 7 shooting. And get this is the part that's most wild to me. He was only doubled 3 times during Game 6, compared to the first 5 games where he was doubled 20. I can do that all by myself. This is defensively. Let me show you how good and how connected they are on a string, the San Antonio Spurs. First, it's Harper guarding SGA, but there's going to be a screen. And so you step up, Keldon Johnson. I got him. One-on-one, being physical. I know he gets beat. The help side is there on the nail with Fox, forcing a tough contest, and that's a miss. They get the rebound and go, especially with Victor Wembanyama not on the floor. Again, here we've got Stephon Castle on the matchup. A nice little flat screen here. He's going to attack. Okay, we're seeing the most drop coverage. Why? Because Cornette and Victor are the help defenders, forcing another miss. This is the face of SGA, dealing with a defense that we have not seen. Epic proportions behind the Defensive Player of the Year. Look at the shot chart. 6 for 18, 15 points. This is a guy who, for the first time, 4 games straight, shooting below 40%. Again, the Spurs, they're doing it the dirty way. Took a page out of the Thunder's playbook by doing it through defense.
And it's happened all postseason long, really. But the Thunder, I'm sure you've seen this number, Chiney. They're minus 28 in the minutes that SGA is on the floor. They're plus 10 in the minutes that he's off. Some of that, I suspect, though, I think it has to do with Lou Dort. They tend to match minutes, and Lou Dort has been a net negative the entire series. But when you're looking at them getting help back, Jalen Williams, he was made available for last night's game. This is a huge piece, of course, of Oklahoma City's title team. He just didn't quite look like himself. He almost seemed like a break in case of emergency type player.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to put any player in, especially coming back from an injury, a hamstring. He hasn't played a lot of minutes. He's been out for a while. This is a high-stakes game on both sides, especially San Antonio. They're hungry. They're desperate. Their back's against the wall. hyenas out there playing defensively. So to throw him out there and try to go against Castle, Vassell, Champagny that are fighting for their lives, he looked rusty, and it's going to take some time. And now this may be a good test run for him, might be a gift and a curse, or a blessing in disguise. But yeah, he's an All-NBA player. If somebody's up for the challenge, it's going to be him. But this was a tough situation for him, and hopefully, again, this was something that can build up for Game 7.
It's going to take some time. He ain't got time.
Yeah, well.
Game 7 is right around the corner. Yeah. It's tomorrow night. But more importantly, you and I were both shocked listening to the broadcast. They said he's only playing in 3-minute intervals.
That's right.
No one
Even
can get their rhythm,
Yeah.
no matter how great you are, playing in just 3-minute intervals.
So does that tell you something about how healthy he actually is? Because again, this is a hamstring strain, and it's another hamstring strain. It's not even his first one of the season, and so I expect him to be available again here.
Can your hamstring even get warm running for 3 minutes straight?
I was shocked that he came back, honestly.
But yeah, I was a little bit too. I expect him to be available in this Game 7, but we'll see how Mark Daigneault decides to deploy him here. New York is still waiting, and we do have an update. Shams is joining us because how concerned should Knicks fans be about Mitchell Robinson and that pinky finger that he's got going on there? Did you hear also, it wasn't in practice, it wasn't...
you know that movie? You know the movie? How you get fired on your day off?
Mike said we're going to leave it at that. So
it is Friday.
Go with me here. The Knicks are already in the finals, but we're going to tell you why the biggest winner of Game 7 on Saturday, it already might be New York. And Danny Green, you've lived through, 4 we decided Game 7s? So tell us the trait that you've seen every winner have. What do they have in common? Tell us next as NBA Today rolls on.